the big match, Manchester United versus Liverpool on Sunday. Last season when they met at Old Trafford, Manchester United lost. And 2 seasons ago, I think they played a draw. So do you see the trend continuing, or you expect a twist? So what are you expecting on Sunday?
I think first off, we need to correct the notion. It's no longer a big match. It's a match between Liverpool and just another team.
I see.
It's no longer a big match. I don't see it as a big match anymore when we are playing the people from Salford, because I can't bear to mention the name of the team. And I expect the trend to continue. I expect Liverpool to win by a big margin on Sunday.
Okay. So Biola, what do you think?
Well, you already heard the fallacy in the statement.
It's definitely a big match, and then no serious Liverpool fan that understand the history of English football would come and say that it's just a match between Liverpool and one other team. That other team that David mentioned is the greatest team in England. Manchester United is still the biggest team in England, and they know it. So if Jurgen Klopp and his team comes to Old Trafford on Sunday with the thought that Manchester United is having a bad run of results recently and then it's going to be an easy ride, then they'll be receiving a shocker of their lives, right? So I expect a tough match. I expect it to be as fierce as always been from the first blow up from the first blow of the whistle to the last minute. The best result for Liverpool would be them getting a draw.
Okay, so recently Liverpool has been conceding so many goals. We saw that with Brentford, we saw that with City, even in their Champions League matches. So they find it difficult to keep a clean sheet. So what is actually wrong with your defense?
There's nothing wrong with defense. We've conceded 6 goals in the league, and we've conceded how many goals? We conceded 4 goals in the Champions League. So that's 10 goals in all the matches we've played so far this season, over 3 competitions. That is not too bad for the number of matches that we've played. And the way Liverpool plays, it's more of an attacking side. We don't sit back. We don't, at any point in time, try to defend a lead or try to pack the balls like I know the other team is going to do on Sunday, because that's the only tactical option that they have, that most teams have against the way Liverpool plays. It gives them the option to counter, and when you do that, when you play the way we play, we run that risk. Yes, we run the risk of conceding. The way Liverpool plays, as the season goes on, we will concede less goals. At the beginning of the season, yes, we tend to concede at the beginning of the season, but once the consistency sets in, we begin to concede less goals. The same thing is going to happen I'm sure by in a couple of weeks, we'll start conceding less goals as the season goes on. So I'm not bothered.
Yola, your defense currently, we know Man U it's not having a solid defense. So your last match, Iheanacho capitalized on Maguire's speed and maybe reluctance to give an assist. And Salah, who is presently like the best player and the biggest threat among the Liverpool trio. So do you think Manchester United's defense will be able to stop Salah on Sunday?
I think you are making a great mistake. The truth is that put the 11 together, the greatest player in that team will be Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't think Salah might presently be in form, but the greatest and the best player that day, and the most dreadful, dangerous player on that pitch that day will be Cristiano Ronaldo, the greatest player of all time. And because of that only, I will not be thinking of the Salah. I'm not concerned about that. It's not going to be the first time we have played against him. The records are there. Of course, he's in good form right now. He's a threat to any defense right now in the world. But of course, I expect that Manchester United has been having a bad run of form, particularly in the defense. Like he said, our greatest asset going into that match will be our attack. I believe that the attack Manchester United has, the attacking force of Manchester United, particularly when we break on the counter, is going to do the job on Sunday. And then Liverpool will just be, running around on the pitch.
If you're a technical football person, you understand how the team dynamics works. Salah has only scored one winning goal this season. One winning goal this season. And I think that was the last match against the Champions League match that we played. That's the huge difference is Liverpool is more of a team. So focusing on Salah is a great mistake. We are winning, we are scoring 3 goals, 4 goals, 5 goals in the matches. Those are not winning goals. And he's scoring 2, scoring 1, scoring 2. Those are not winning goals. Unlike what CR7 is doing in Man U, scoring winning goals. That means there's a big deficiency in that team, and they are a player dependent. They are depending on one player to actually push them through. Unlike Liverpool, everybody's a threat. Firmino, Jota, Mane, even Matip, driving the ball from defense to midfield and even to attack. You don't have such players that can do that. So it's the whole thing for Liverpool, and that is where the difference is.
So talking about threats now, Tunde, who do you see as a bigger threat from United?
Well, I don't see the whole team as a threat. I don't even see Ronaldo as a threat, and that is the truth. But if you want me to respond, if it's going to be like a 4-1 victory to Liverpool, then maybe CR7 can score that one goal for the Salford team. But it's going to be a walkover in any case. It's the way the teams are structured to play. It's going to be Man U trying to counter Liverpool, and then they will need the speed of Rashford and the speed of maybe Greenwood, and Ronaldo needing the ball as early as possible. No, Ronaldo cannot beat up the pitch. Ronaldo cannot beat a Van Dijk to the ball up the pitch. I'm not saying when the crosses are coming into the box, but Ronaldo cannot beat Van Dijk to the ball up the pitch. So it's going to be very difficult for them to even counter a Liverpool side that will be counter-pressing throughout the game.
Viola, now Rashford is back. So are we expecting to see a partnership between Rashford, Ronaldo, and maybe Greenwood? And there's this rivalry between Greenwood and Ronaldo. I don't know if you actually noticed it. And it's actually costing United much goals. So what partnership are we expecting to see on Sunday at the front line for United?
Well, for me, I think Ronaldo is a given. Definitely Ronaldo will start. I also see Rashford in the team because since he's back, he has played 2 games and he has scored 2 goals. What I'm not sure will be who plays from this, from the right flank.
Yeah.
I don't know if the coach
Yes.
is going to try starting Sancho and believe, trusting him to shine against the Liverpool side. But for me, Greenwood, I think he has been awesome, and I don't think there's any rivalry between Greenwood and Ronaldo really. Of course, I understand that fans and then people can decide. I don't think there should be any rivalry between the two because they are not playing the same position and all that. But then, for me, where I'm going to be particularly interested, I'm looking forward to who starts. Is the coach going to start Fred and Matic, or is going to start Fred and POGBA deep? Playing 2 defensive midfielders. The choice of the formation by the coach will determine how that team is going to be set up. But if I were to be the coach, I'm definitely starting POGBA, Fernandes, Rashford on the left, Ronaldo starting, as lone striker. 3 people behind him will be Rashford, Fernandes, and Greenwood. That's what I'll definitely start, and then I'll put Fred and POGBA deep as 2 central defensive midfielders.
Now, we all know Man U currently have a defensive midfield problem. So are you still going to rely and trust Fred, Matic, or McTominay?
He has limited choices, and so I don't think he can. You can't pick from the players you don't have. He's definitely going to pick from the pool of players available. I don't know if because of the pace of the Liverpool side, starting Matic over Fred might be very dangerous because Matic is actually quite slow because of his age, but he's more of an intelligent player that is going forward. He can throw more passes to the final third, from the midfield. Again, it depends on how the team will be set up by the coach. If he's going to play a 4-4-2 formation, for instance, which I have been clamoring for, right? Go all out there and start Ronaldo and Cavani as 8 and 9. For them right up in front.
Yeah, I've been waiting for that combination, starting a Ronaldo and a Cavani together.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for him to try that. Try Ronaldo and Cavani together. Put Rashford on the far left. Put POGBA and Bruno in the middle, and then put another someone else. You can actually put Rashford on the far right, put POGBA on the left, and then you start Bruno and McFred in the middle, right? And then I believe that formation can work. That formation can give us more threats going forward.
And Tunde, recently we see that most of the goals that Liverpool concede, most of the threats come from the right back, that wing, that Trent's wing. So he's good attacking, but defensively he has some weakness. So what formation do you see in the midfield to support that wing on Sunday?
There's only one game I remember where Jurgen Klopp, in recent years, in the past 3 seasons, where he changed his formation, and that was against Man City at home at Anfield, and we ended up winning that game 1-0 when Gini scored on a counter. He hardly tinkers with the formation. It's always a 4-1-2-3 formation with one holding midfielder, and then we play the midfielder plays the number 6 role, and then is expected to support Trent when Trent goes attacking, cover out for him on the right flank. And most of our goals, the goals that we considered, I don't think has come from that end. I think that might be open to debate, because some of the moves actually start from the left. Some of the moves that where we concede goals actually start from the left, and then we end up conceding from the right. They are two different things, and the moves starting from the left side of the opposing team and straight down, because the way we play, especially if Henderson is playing, Henderson, Trent, and Salah tend to keep the left side of the opposing team at bay. So it's usually very difficult. So most teams understand that fact, and then they start to switch the ball very fast to their own right, which is our own left. So by the time they get there, if they are fast enough, they now switch it to the right side of our defense and then penetrate from there. So on Sunday, it's going to be the same thing. We're going to play. Jurgen Klopp is going to play the same way. It's just who plays that might be different, especially in the midfield. We know what the backline is going to be like. Fabinho just in front of them, and then it's the remaining 2 people in midfield. I think they're still going to go for Henderson, and then whether Keita is going to come back in after his lackluster game against Atletico Madrid last time. That's Keita, right with Milner. We don't know if Thiago will be fit enough. We don't know if Curtis Jones will be fit enough. So it will be those 2, and then any one of those other 4 players, and then we know what the attack might be like. Now it's tinkering with either Firmino or Jota, while Sané and Salah on the flanks. It's still the mission. It's the personnel that might just change.
What's your prediction for that match?
I'm looking at Liverpool 4, Ronaldo 1.
Okay, so Salah to score how many goals? A hat-trick.
2 goals. And then I don't know who defends on the left side for, is it Wan-Bissaka or Luke Shaw?
Luke Shaw.
Luke Shaw is going to get a red card.
Okay, so Biola, what do you think?
Well, for me, I'll say a 2-1 victory for Manchester United is my prediction.
Okay. Ronaldo to score the brace.
No, Ronaldo to score anytime. Put your money on it.
Okay. And Salah, the one goal to come from Salah.
I'm not sure Salah is getting a goal on Sunday. I'm not sure. I don't think Salah will get a goal on Sunday. You can put your money on that too. And let me also say this, so that by the time I see you next time, you will not say that, oh, I've said the game on Sunday will not determine who wins the league. The game on Sunday will not determine who is the greater team between Manchester United and Liverpool. That one is sacrosanct. Manchester United is a greater team. Sometimes small boys slap a older guy and they run away. You get, we live to fight another day. We take the fight to them. So on Sunday is a game of football. Everything can happen on Sunday. You know,
Wait. Do I get the feeling that you have this thing that Liverpool will win at Old Trafford?
No,
so you're trying to say it now.
Because I know that it's a game of football. We have seen a situation where Aston Villa trumped Liverpool about 7-1. We have seen a situation where we have seen it before. You understand? So it's not like the smaller clubs don't defeat the bigger clubs. It happens. It's football.
So today Liverpool is actually the smaller club that is going to beat Man U, the bigger club, on Sunday.
No, they won't beat Man U. But if they beat Man U, it will be a surprise. Man U, but we'll take it. Liverpool fans are not even confident of the match. They are scared. You know that it is Manchester United. Not until the match ends. You cannot say that you have defeated the team. I want to also say this. If Sancho should start that match, right? Write it down, Lady VAR. It will be his day to shine.
But Sancho this season has not been really.
That's why
he has not been convincing.
By chance. If they start him by chance ahead of Greenwood on the right on Sunday, write it down. He's going to shine. Nobody's getting a red card. Salah is not getting a goal. Ronaldo to score at any time. No, Lady VAR, on a more serious note, player to player, if you check, you do this analysis carefully, you understand that the only thing I believe that they have better than us is a more experienced and tactical coach, right? You know, Mo Salah is not a better player than Cristiano Ronaldo. Yes, I say that confidently. There's actually nobody in your attack. Hold on, there's actually nobody in your attack that is better than Cristiano Ronaldo. You can put two players together, they will still not match you. And then I have a CAVANI. Hold on. I have a CAVANI that is better than Mane. The history you can check. CAVANI is far better than Mane. You know, that's very, very obvious also. Your Firmino is not better than my Rashford. I don't know your midfield player. Is it Keita? Is it better than POGBA? Is it POGBA better than Bruno? No. The only person in your team that is better than anybody in my midfield will be maybe your defensive midfielders. They are better than my McFred, and you know, I agree with that. But if you come to the defense, yes, you have a world standard wall of Gibraltar in your Van Dijk. You know, he's a world-class defender. Everybody knows that. And I give it to him. But Manchester United has Varane. He's a very experienced Champions League winning defender. He has won multiple Champions League. He's an experienced defender. Unfortunately, he's not playing on Sunday. So all these guys I have a David De Gea that says you can even play Nigeria. You know, you can save the world. So it's not like you come here and tell me that you have a.
We're not talking about Maguire.
No, I deliberately skip that. You know, because I deliberately skip it because he's not my best defender. I picked their best defender against Varane. But if you want to talk about their other defender, I don't think that other defender is also better in any way than Maguire. You know, the stats are there. You know, that's the truth. The stats are there. Maguire is better than your other defender. So
and the right back.
Luke Shaw. I want to talk about Luke Shaw
first. And
I want to talk about Luke Shaw first. Luke Shaw is better than Robinson. He has been better than him in the last 2 years, particularly in the last 1 year. Luke Shaw is far better than him in the last 1 year. The results are there, and I'm sure that the Divac cannot argue that. But of course, the right back, you have a better right back going forward, but we have a better right back defensively. So that's the truth. So you can see that it's a balanced analysis. It's not like your team is better than mine.
You have made the same mistake I think most people analyzing football make. If two teams are going against each other, Salah is not defending Ronaldo. Ronaldo is not defending Salah. What you look at is who Salah is playing against on the pitch. So Salah is going to be facing Wan-Bissaka or Luke Shaw.
So it doesn't work that way. You cannot tell me that anybody in your midfield is better than POGBA. There's nobody in your midfield that's better than POGBA or Bruno. I say that confidently. You know, individually. Is it James Milner? No, he's not better than POGBA in any way. That's the truth. The fact that Manchester United has not been playing very well doesn't mean that we don't have quality players. So don't tell me that it's not about, no, we are comparing players, and your star, your best player in Mo Salah, put him and Mane, let them enter each other like magic, let them do a combo. They are not as great as Cristiano Ronaldo as a player.
Let's do the debate till Sunday, and we know who the better players or who the better team is